Unfortunately, at 32, I was hit with the news that I was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And it really came out of nowhere. I'm a guy that took pride in eating right, staying healthy, training, had workout groups. We would go out to parks and work out. And one day I was on a golf course playing golf, and I started to feel like a crampy feeling in my stomach. Didn't think anything of it. Thought I had gas. On the way home from the golf course, I stopped by the store to get a pack of Zantac. I go home, I take the Zantac, the gas kind of subsides. That happened on a Thursday. On Saturday, we took our kids to a birthday party, and I was afraid to eat because of the pain. So that Saturday night when we got home, my wife and I were standing talking face to face, and the pain hit me, and she saw my reaction in person. It made me drop to a knee. But playing college football taught me this. You have to know the difference between being injured and being hurt. If you're hurt, you can play. If you're injured, you can't. And that pain was more like an injury. It was excruciating. It was something I had never felt a day in my life. I made an appointment with my GI specialist. It literally took me to go see him maybe 6 or 7 times before he finally agreed to give me a colonoscopy. His response was, "We'll give you one, but it'll just be for a peace of mind." I woke up feeling fine. He took my wife and I into the room to explain the results. And he said, "Mr. Griffin, your upper endoscopy went really well." He said, "But I was really shocked and taken back when I turned the corner in your colon and I found a golf ball-sized tumor." He was like, "I'm almost 95% sure that it's cancerous." That is news that you never want to hear. I was literally speechless for about 30 minutes. When I was finally able to speak, the first things I said to him were, "What do we need to do?" He explained to me that we needed to get the tumor out as quick as possible because it was large enough that it could have started to block my bowels, and that could have created a whole other issue. So I had my surgery on November 19th of 2014. They took a foot of my colon out. In January 2015, I had the port put in, and I started chemotherapy maybe a couple of weeks after that, and I've been in this fight ever since. The money that's being donated to us for cancer research can be used in a lot of different ways, and we need to open our minds and really find ways of turning these drugs that's really hurting the body in the form of chemotherapy and into a better way that we can accept the treatment and also not feel as bad. Because one thing that can deter somebody from the treatment, which is something that can help aid in curing you, is the side effects. All the research and the technology that's moving forward into making this disease curable and easier to live with is needed, and we really appreciate it. Does chemotherapy suck? Yes, it does. For lack of better words, it does. My high school basketball coaches always tell us that tough times never last, but tough people do. And I'm living proof of that. I hope to be living for a long time, and I will. I will not let this disease defeat me, even in death. I'm a firm believer of staying mentally and positive throughout any challenges you face in your life. If you walk in my house, in our office, I have 3 signs. The first sign says happiness is a choice. The second sign says success lies in the journey, not the achievement. And the third sign says excuses are the philosophies of a loser. And my favorite one is that success lies in the journey, not the achievement. And this is my journey. God doesn't make mistakes. My wife and I, we are where we're supposed to be right now at this moment. But we have to embrace this journey if I have any hopes of being cured. When you're dealing with situations that's hard as hearing the news you have cancer, you cannot walk by sight. Because sight only allows you to see the bad, the constant suffering of chemotherapy. So mentally, those negative thoughts, they were just popping in my head for no reason. They're kind of like weeds in the garden. You don't have to plant anything for weeds to grow. And negative ideas are like that. They're going to pop in your head. So we have to do our part to constantly plant positive seed after positive seed and water it to overcome the negative thoughts that originally pop in your head. And that gives us hope. Because at the end of the day, hope is the only thing that we have to stand on and the only thing we have to live by. My name is Charles Griffin. I'm 34 years old, and I'm a stage 4 cancer patient.